Ladies and gentlemen, every day I'm talking society Australia. All Australia, all parliament is Australia, all government they are society. I want to explain to you, my friend Prime Minister Scott Morrison, our language. I want to ask you a question. Prime Minister last week, he was talking in the parliament. He said his wife is her life. His mother is her life. His daughters is her life. He was crying, he talking, he crying. He want to make them peace, women in the parliament, to make them peace, to make them safe. Now I want you to explain to me which language, this language he talking, how you tell me how you understand this language. How you understand this language. And already he told he talk with them. Meaning he showing home, nguna them they not story they're talking about this story we talking. This language, he used, there was the two language. His mother is not her life, is her history. His daughters is not her life, is her history. His wife is her life. Meaning, this language, when you hear, I want to explain this her language. When you hear they raping your mother, to history where you coming from, they make you pain. When you hear they raping your daughter, they make you pain. When you hear they raping your wife, you have to know your wife with your life. Meaning this they can bring you na blood. Meaning they make you pain. Now this language people they listen, they thinking Prime Minister was talking to make safe women, to give them freedom, to give them independence. Now this language they was continue to want to say to make stronger sex harassment in the parliament. People, I think them they understand another meaning. To make safe them in the parliament sex harassment, they are not protect them women, and he is not protect her daughters, and he is not protect her mothers. His wife, he can protect his wife always. Every they want to touch each other, they walk at each other. To make sex harassment in the parliament to make stronger, to think they know how to talk, they're not going to protect society and the women and the men. This is my example, another information I get. Another woman, she talking in the TV, member of the parliament. She say in the parliament they have abuses women with the sex harassment. After this news they ask him a question. You want to show you to TV your face? She's not answering this question. She starts talking. Meaning, to going to talking story, woman she do him interview, she know story what she want to talking. And she say when she make hair, good salon, when she going in parliament, they start to say your hair is a good, they look good, meaning this is a abuses. And she say sometimes they talk with him, come we go to have lunch together, meaning this is a abuses. And sometimes they walk behind with him, meaning this is abuses. Sometimes when he pass, boys they sitting together. I don't know if Nagarus is there. You know this time Nagarus is the men and the boys is the women is the men. And he say when he pass to them, they start to talk about her. They're watching him. And this is abuses. Now when you look at this woman how she was talking, and you look at the Prime Minister how he was talking to make safe her society, her mothers, his mothers, his daughters, his wife, meaning is this woman she was talking to ban everything. Someone to saying we wearing good, they are not criminal, meaning to show you look good. She's not allowed to cry, to want to blame them, to want to make this, to ban this. And someone when you see like they work together, is they can say come we go to have lunch together. People they work together, they live together. They live together, neighbors, friends, meet each other, sitting each other. They have rights to buy each other food. Now look, there was a claim this is a harassment. Someone he give you food to survive, and you start to blame him and is a criminal. No. This is you to decide to say you want food I'm going to eat. To decide I don't want to eat food, I'm okay. Is not going to force you. This is an order to put in a criminal. Now look, don't sing they were talking. They were talking to want to against. To make stronger to against in the parliament. And this is not going to bring to solve a problem. And remember, in the parliament, Michael Tembo, there was one to put freedom to vote, society to vote, women rights society to vote, with again as them to go to in the society to vote. I talk with the government Michael Tembo. I say women rights, they know how to go into society to vote. Every politician understand human rights in society, they have to have rights. And every politician understand rights, what is the meaning. This time, they stop it not to put human rights to vote human rights freedom talking. They put gay in the court. Gay when they go in court they say go vote, go to society to vote. Don't think in the government they don't have communication with the court. All they're doing is they have communication how they have to do. Freedom, human rights, they never put them in court. They put them in the parliament, them to vote. They vote. After they vote, they win. Now don't think in the parliament, You know, people don't thinking people they want to live with abuse is law. They're not smart. They're very smart. In the parliament, to go to talk, we have to go to put this human rights to vote. You have to know these people prime minister. Them they were the do trick to put in the vote, and after in the vote, people they need freedom, human rights. They're not going there to protect the box how they vote. Meaning them to bullying a small party they win. This is what the meaning. Don't think what they're doing is this. They were sitting together. They say, no, we have to challenge the prime minister. Them they want to give them freedom, independent, and human rights. We have to put in the vote. In the vote, we are going to challenge them. No anybody is going to complain again. I come again. I say everybody have to have her rights. People that don't want rights, that don't want talking, is her rights. People who want to talking, is they have rights talking. No anybody have to against another one. And look, when they finish to vote, they give them advisor to go to take them in society to vote human rights, and them they kick this, they win. Now I want to tell you, I told you, when sometimes the society, when he hear language, he can hear languages against him, he starts thinking this, he believing what he talking. No, he uses this language to cry to front to you society, to show you his mother, his wife, his daughter, and he crying. Now you're thinking as now understand he's going to solve a problem. Now you start thinking you understand this is the katemba, he doing you katemba. He show you to think is this. Prime Minister, when he wants to solve this, with the interest to solve this time he was talking there, they have to withdraw this case society to close each other. And look, when he finished talking this, another minister, he come and start to against someone how he wearing. When you look good, we say you're wearing good today with the criminal. They want to make them to ban this. Meaning someone, when he look you wearing, you have that, he show you that, you're wearing, they have damage, you show him damage, meaning to blame on you. We want not to show him how close we have damage. Now you have to understand gay, how they win. Gay, they was doing government, they don't have responsibility to go to follow this vote. They know they was they challenge them as to bring them a problem. Now them to start to be girls to blame each other sex harassment. And you have to know before there was not to blame each other sex harassment, girls and girls. And they know them they bring them violence, them herself. Now boys now they start to blame each other this sex harassment. He talked to me, nali he look me, boys. Now government they don't have responsibility to go to follow vote to think which vote they win. This is my question. Green is it? Him he was fighting gay to give them rights. All Australia, around the world Australia, why Green is a no win to go in the parliament. Already he have a lot of supporters, voters, and already he was support them to give them rights. This is my question. Why Green is never win in the parliament, Canberra, to go there? Already he have a lot of voters. Already have a lot of vote. This is my question. Meaning Green they don't have vote to vote. As we was not against them, me since I come here, a lot of times I vote for Green. Party Prime Minister I vote one time. Another part I vote one time. Now all of my vote is a Green. And is a Green. Now I give him my vote like a politician. I vote politician. I'm not vote about original gay, Christian, church, Catholic, Muslim, culture, color. I was thinking with him when I was see him in the street, he crying human rights, freedom. I was thinking him when we vote him, we put him in the parliament, he'll change. No, now when he finished to finish to vote, now he's sleeping. He's not doing anything about human rights. Now I start to change to say no. This was crying human rights, freedom. He was crying about to get honored to cause them a problem, to bring them violence in them. Now to me, don't listen to Prime Minister language he talking. Now if I die today, I told you to rule, Prime Minister, before I told you I can't believe Prime Minister if he promised something. When he talking from today, he solve this problem, I believe Prime Minister. Now every promise, you're not allowed to believe Prime Minister. Every he talking our languages, they are not direct. I repeat again. He say his mother is her life. They are not her life, they are her history. Now he feel pain about her history. His daughters, they are her life. Your daughters, they are not your life, is your history. Your wife she is your life. I believe this. Now to these two parts he show you, this is the parts all jealous. He show you. Someone when he talk with your mother, you can be jealous why he follow my mother. Someone when he follow your daughter, you will not talk with him to give it, to say now you to be happy, to give him a chance. You'll be jealous, you're not going to be happy. Someone when he fall is your wife, you are not going to be happy, you'll be pain. Now is this he show you he wants to make them safe in the parliament, meaning to put rules more to against talking. And I repeat again, why this woman, she work in the parliament, she saying someone when they talk about hair, they abuse the woman, hair is good, they call him to go to buy, to have lunch together, this is they want to ban disease, to make women safe in the parliament. When he passed to them, they start to talking with her. When he passed to them, they sitting, they start to talking, they watching him. Meaning they want to ban this all to make safe women in the parliament to be safe. Is this they make women safe? No, this is going to is a violence. They support violence, only they not support human rights. Now, when you hear them, you think they're going to make women safe, to solve violence. They're not going to solve violence. You have to know we have a big violence. How he is going to solve violence? He have a big violence. He abuses women. When we were not stop Prime Minister to use pussy women to have shares there, we were not going to solve violence. This is the leader. This is the violence. They bring all violence. They bring family violence. They bring raping, killing women. They bring distress. They bring women to missing. They bring boy to be in prison. They bring girl to be in prison. Girl them they double twice. They double to na them to talking and they raping to put them in prison. And they bring them to raping them to kill them. Girl ever this law, they abuse all of this violence control, they abuse the girl they double twice, boy will double one time. Now you thinking you're fighting about family violence, you'll solve this family violence. You're thinking you're fighting about distress, you'll solve this distress. You're thinking you'll solve people they hang on them to be comfortable, not hang on them, will solve this problem. You're thinking you'll solve family violence, children to die and women. No. When you're fighting this, you are not going to solve this violence. You have to fighting government to stop to have share to put women and to put men and pin men, and pin men. Will solve all violence. Will have freedom. Now women all they're not prostitutes, they have freedom. Now men they don't want to follow prostitute. Now them they have freedom. This freedom they bring. This prostitute they bring the teacher. They start to bring to teach family to reduce family violence, to make safe children and to make safe women and to make safe men. They bring to reduce to report to raping women in the street to kill her. Now if raping they come, they're not going to be killing. They bring distress down. Not all society to have distress. Members of parliament to have distress, they have a good job. Ministers to have distress, they have a good job. Police to have distress, they have a job. Good job. Soldiers to have distress, they have a good job. All the people that work in the government, they have a good job to have distress. Now doctors to have distress. Now people business to have distress. Those all are talking, they have a good job, good life. Them they start to close now with us junkie people in the street. They start to protect us, to close with us, to talk with them, to start to help each other to reduce the stress. They solve everything. But don't think Prime Minister is I don't understand what I'm doing. Now they don't think people smart, they don't understand what I'm doing. They know. Them, they look how they can dodge. Why you look Prime Minister? Every he forced to want to stop people they're talking. When you hear small business, don't think small business for what? Small business to give them people, they want human rights to work, meaning them to be quiet. You hear before, when they call small business that they give me information to have small business. When I confuse, they sitting, they start to say, they get upset. In China, people they follow talk. China, he haka them, where use they were. They ajaka them, meaning they ajaka them. China don't have violence with China. Me, I'm talking women to be free. And remember China, when I was talking, China president, he go to TV, he say, we have to move women to be free. Now, how he going to hijack me, he talking to TV, he say, women, they have to be free. Japan, he go to TV, he said, oh, women, they have to be free. Michael Temple, always he was talking, no, women, they have to be free. Ex-President America, this guy, he moved. Always he was talking, he said, no, this man, he protect us. He protect our rights. Which day you hear Prime Minister, he go to safe, he go to TV, he say, no, women, he have to be free. When you're going to hear her language, you start to follow her language. And he told you true story. He's not told you true story, and he's going through violence. Even he want to bring more violence. Why you look women, she was talking Senate, buy food, and he want to buy me lunch, and they call me to buy us lunch. You think people, this government, the abuses a lot of the big community. No, they are small community. They are a small community. Next them, they have power to use. Look on the small community. To kick Tony Abbott, to kick Michael Temple, they never discipline society. Why Michael Temple, he move government. To sing the small community, to move government. And now when you hear the against in the TV, how many you hear with the against TV because they don't want freedom, independent? No, it's them. Now when you hear the cry sex harassment in the TV, you have to know the them. Them, they do this to want to challenge to TV. They use the TV, they know society, they not close each other to talk to each other. TV people, when they listen to TV, 10 people, when they do something, they're going to know all the society they want to do this. Now, I want you to tell you, this is my video, keep it. When I die, don't thinking to remember now you where what you're going to fighting. Don't fighting family violence. Don't fighting distress. Don't fighting raping. Don't fighting sex harassment. Don't fighting society twanganga them herself. You have to fighting society push and pin men government to stop to have share there. You will stop all of violence. This is your message I give you, Society Australia. When you are a member of the parliament, share with your friends, this is my message. When you are a prime minister, share my message to your society. Now if the prime minister and him is a coward, he is scared like another people, they scared, they don't want to talk. He have to go to TV to say, I scared when I give them rights, they'll kill me. To show us, to show society who scared. When you scare someone, when I give them freedom, I follow women rights, they shoot me. Like before he talking now, gun is buruti. When he scare this buruti, he have to show us who is he scared. Is a society all they want to be freedom. No, anybody is that don't want to be freedom. Our society they want to be to have human rights. I need him to bring. I want him to bring 4 million people in TV, her society. They go direct. They said we don't want human rights. We don't want freedom. I want him to bring 4 million in TV. When he know in society they don't want human rights, they don't want freedom. I want him to bring them, to put them on TV. This 4 million is when he get them he put them not to have rights, them to put them to government to control them, to have share, to have body. And the society they left, they want freedom, independent, them to be free. We talking to freedom, human rights. Human rights is everything. When you want to talk, is your human rights. When you don't want to talk, is your human rights. You are not allowed to blame people. He talk with you, and the people he talk with you. Now you don't want to talk with him. Is not allowed to blame you. Every you want, they are your human rights. When you want to be married, is your human rights. When you don't want, they are your human rights. We were not talking human rights with their force. Human rights, they are not force anybody. Now we don't want this human rights rules to force someone they want. And to support and the people is that don't want to build these people he want. They are her choice. Everybody have to have her choice. Everybody have to have her choice. Now you have to know society fighting women, boys, prostitute to be free. All the society will be free. All the people you want to be free, you will be free. People you don't want to be free, you will leave, you are not free. You yourself, you will choose, you will make your choice. Share with my ABC News, BBC News. Share all around the world this my video to sing our daughters, our girls, they can be free. Politicians not have share to have pussy. They are not have property, they have to be free. They are body women. They are humanity rights. They are human rights.